What up guys, Max here, and today we're going to be looking at this. This is the new Novritsch ClipCam. So it is a direct competitor, well not a direct competitor, it's meant to be a competing product for the RunCam Scope Cam. Definitely a lot cheaper, 99 euros, so I don't know how many fractions of a basketball court that is in US currency, so I'll put that up on the screen for the US guys. But yeah, so this basically it. So comes only in one version, so it only comes in a 25mm version, which is fine. So I usually use this. This is the Scopecam 2, so the 4K version. I haven't been too happy with this one. Kind of have quality issues, like image quality, not build quality. This thing is a tank. Like it's made out of metal, super sturdy, nicely built. I like the spring retention Picatinny mechanism. I've tried refocusing the lens already. It got better, but it's not as clear as I would like it. And the next thing is the battery has pretty much just shut the bed. So what? My battery life is pretty bad. I've had this for just about a year, maybe less than a year, and I'm already looking at about only maximum half an hour of use if I don't bring with my life support. So just designed and printed this. It's just a 5000 milliamp battery. Boop, plug it in. Both of them can just sit on the Picatinny rail. Usually I have a slightly shorter cable. I just don't know where it is. I think it's in my gear bag somewhere. But yeah, so basically just hops in like this, and then I'll be able to film the entire day. If I forget this bad boy, it's kind of game over. Half an hour battery life. The rest is just DJI or GoPro footage. So let's just leave this here. We can do some comparison between them quickly. So yeah, first impressions, it's plastic, kind of expected at 99 euros. It's not a super expensive product. Here, Picatinny mount it's all right. It's metal. Nothing too exciting there. Definitely a little bit bigger. You can see slightly more chunky, not by much. Like they're fairly similar in size. I think those couple of millimeters just optically look a little bit chunkier, but yeah, overall decent. But the way that these two cameras function is very, very different. So the RunCam, you can turn it on and off. You can use the pressure switch. It takes an SD card, so I generally run like a 256 gig in it. This one doesn't take SD cards. This only comes with 30 gigabytes of storage, but also it's slightly different because this one isn't meant for continuous filming. So you can continuously film with the RunCam Scope Cams. This is kind of designed when you turn it on, you're gonna wait 13 seconds because it plays back 10 seconds. So when you're playing, it's on, you then hit the button, and then it will kind of record 10 seconds before. So it's constantly sort of filming, and then you hit the button and it just saves those 10 seconds prior. So let's say you shoot a guy, you know you've hit him, he doesn't call his hit, boop, hit the button, it records 10 seconds back. Sometimes 10 seconds is not long enough, but hey, it's gonna get something, so just make sure you hit it. That's a good question. I think there is a pressure switch for it. The one that comes with the RunCam, I don't think it's going to work with this. Novritsch probably has one, so I don't know if I'll use it. I don't use the one for this either. I kind of just turn on and off the camera all the time, which is fine. This is slightly more interesting. I can already see the way that I play. A lot of the times I'm just going to forget to hit it. So I need to kind of practice having it on the gun, boop, hitting it, and getting my kind of footage, because if I don't do that, it's just, I'm gonna forget about it, and I'll think about it like 20 seconds later. I'll be like, ah, fuck. And then it's too late, because you only have the 10 seconds. And then to get the stuff off, you can either use a USB. There is a little USB-C. Thank God we're not working with USB-A anymore, the micro USB. Horrible format, but USB-C, and then you can either connect it to your phone or you can use the app. So just use Wi-Fi, connect it, and then you can look at your footage, and you can download your footage, and then you can just send it to your PC, upload it to your PC, transfer it to your PC, or edit it on your phone. But yeah, that's basically it. So what you get in the box is camera, and I think that's about it. I don't even know what else is in the box. Yeah, and just a USB-C to USB-C cable, so that's for phones. I actually don't know if the app is available on iOS. I know it's on Android. I have it already. I've already messed around with it a little bit. So far, from the little test that I did, the footage is pretty good. Like, it's 1080p, 1080p 60. I'm not too phased by that. For me, the problem has always been image quality with this bad boy. So the image quality from this little test that I did in my garden, this thing seems to be a little bit better.
So that was a f***ing lie.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to a game this weekend. I'm going to test it. I'm going to run this one, and then I'll run this one for a little bit. So I'll do morning kind of session with this, and then the afternoon session with the same field, so you can kind of get a feel of what it is. It's not the perfect comparison. Basically, 40 mil, 25 mil. Very, very different, but we're not focusing on the zoom here. We're focusing on the image quality. So far, this one hasn't really excited me that much. I don't particularly think the image quality is fantastic. This one from garden footage, it's pretty decent. And for 99 euros, can't complain. So let's go. Let's take these out to the field. We're going to see how they perform. We'll do a little side-by-side maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll do that. Let's get on with it, and then we'll be back with some results. So let's discuss the elephant in the room, and that is the aspect ratio. So I will be touching more on this at the end of the video and kind of the conclusion section. But as you can see, it is not proper like 1080p. It's not 16:9. It's also not 4:3. This is perfectly a square. Like in the file, if I check it, it's 1088 by 1088.
What the hell is even that?
So a perfect square. And it's a bit of a weird choice from Novritsch, but we're gonna be getting into that in the conclusion, and I'll just kind of explain my thoughts on that. But yeah, let's move on and let's see what this looks like when you stretch out the image a little bit. So let's zoom in and let's see what happens.
Cockshot! 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So there we have it, guys. That is the footage from the ClipCam from Novritsch. As you can see, the quality, no, it's so-so. It's not that bad. It's definitely like a cheaper camera. You can definitely notice kind of a little bit of quality issue there, but I think for the purpose that it serves, you know, quick little zoom in to get that little like shot where you can't really see it that well on your main like action camera, I think it does pretty okay. This is a 99 euro / $99 camera. I'm not expecting the world from. I'm not like expecting like mirrorless camera quality of this one, or even like a high-end smartphone camera quality of this one. So yeah, for the price, it's perfectly fine. I think let's move over now to just the app. I kind of screen recorded something. We'll just look at the app, and I'll kind of show you the difference between the 1x, the 2x, and the 3x zoom. So here we have the app. It's super basic. Nothing too exciting here. But the first thing we're looking at is the zoom. So it's on 1x now, 2x still very usable. You can see slight quality loss, but it's not as bad as this. Look at this. This is super grainy, distorted. It just doesn't look very nice. I don't think I would recommend 3x to anyone. You're just gonna end up with like turd level quality.
It is shit.
Of your videos. So let's pop it back into 1x. It's just a lot nicer. And then what you can also do is you can flip it so you can rotate the image for recording. And this is for those who want to kind of record with the camera underneath the gun. So if you run it at the bottom of your handguard, then this is for you. But I don't. I'm going to run everything with my camera kind of set up on top of my gun, on top of the hand guard. Then to record, just hit the record button on the camera itself. It will kind of just blink while it's blinking blue. You shouldn't be doing anything else. But then it's kind of recorded, and that's all going to go into the media file. But let's first go into the settings. You'll see there's nothing too exciting here. You'll see battery status and also the time and date and all that stuff. You can format the built-in SD card, so the memory. You can format it, but I'm going to leave it on there. I'm not going to format it yet. I haven't used it that much. Let's go into the media. Locally, I don't have anything stored on here on my phone from the ClipCam. I've taken everything off, so let's go to the camera, and you'll see the first two ones at the top are the ones that I shot now in my garden. Let's open the latest one, which is the one that we just recorded now. And you'll see here, this is where I was explaining the underbarrel and the rotation. Now it's auto-rotated, and then you can delete it, so you don't need to format the card every time. You can just go in and actually delete clip by clip. Or what you can do is you can download it. So you'll download it and it will show the rotation that you're setting just now. So you can now in the app also rotate. So just click the rotate button. And if you download this now, it will download in whatever orientation you've set it to. So that's kind of cool. But yeah. Let's go back, and then you can see this is your album, and you can go through and you can look at some of the other footage that you've shot already. And like there's something that I shot while testing it at the field. And yeah, once again, that annoying square aspect ratio, but it is what it is.
Why?
As you saw, the app is super basic. Like there's not much you can change, not much you really need to change. Just stay away from that 3x zoom. It's hot garbage. Don't even look at it. Like, don't worry about that one. Number two, like the 2x, it's usable, but use it sparingly. Rather use the 1x. That's what I'm going to do. And then, like, super important big question, do I recommend this one? It's a bit of a hard sell because it's 99 euros, $99. The RunCam, the Scopecam HD one, so not the 4K one. It comes in at a very similar price, and it has two advantages. A, it's got removable SD cards, and B, continuous shooting. So this is a really, really nice idea that you can play, see something that happens, and then you click the button and it will like record the last 16 seconds of what happened. The only problem is if you forget, and that happened to me loads of times when I used it, while I was playing with it on the weekend, literally so many times it was like 30, 40, 50 seconds later, I was like, you forgot to press the button, and then it's too late. So it has to be pretty much instantaneous, and you'll forget unless you start practicing a lot more, just remembering to click on it. I know I'm going to forget loads of times, so I prefer just continuous shooting. So I'm going to run my RunCam a little bit longer, even though I'm not 100% happy with the quality of the image. It's definitely a little bit better for me. It's less hassle. So I carry a spare SD card anyway, so if it does fill up, I can just replace the SD card. And pretty much for the battery life, I'm running a 5000 milliamp power bank, a little one, with it. So that gets me through the day easily. And yeah, I think it's not a bad product. Construction is fine. Nothing to complain about there. It gets the job done. If you really got to be under the $100 mark, like the $99 mark, then get this one, because the Scopecam is just a little bit more. So I think it's a perfectly usable product. I'm going to use mine now in Poland. I'm going to run around with it a little bit, maybe give it to one of my teammates. They'll maybe record some stuff. It could be fun. But yeah, so that's the Noveritsch ClipCam. It does what it says. It's a cam where you just record clips and nothing more, nothing less. And yeah, so that's about it for this video. So if you liked it, like, subscribe, hit the little bell notification icon at the top. It will just notify you when I post another video, and that's me out. So I'll check you in the next one, guys.